Hey everybody, welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast. My name is Kim Johnson and I am a master mindset coach, creative strategist, and also happen to be a farmer. This is my chicken coop and I come out here every day to record a podcast, to teach distinctions, possibilities, new ways of thinking, and just bring some joy into the world. So welcome to the coop and let's start your day off in a fantastic way. Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. Talking about learning new things. So, full disclosure, I'm in the midst of throwing myself into learning all about video, whether it's shooting it, whether it's trying to make it better, whether it's scripting it, whether it's editing it. I've made a commitment to myself over the last month that I'm really going to learn it so I understand what the capabilities are. Now, anyone who follows me regularly knows I'm obsessed with photos, and I have a camera with me all the time in the phone, but I also have a very sophisticated Canon system, and I use that system to take pictures of close-up things, mostly. I do have a very big lens that lets me photograph things like birds and far away and whatnot, but most of my stuff that I really love to shoot, I love shooting birds, don't get me wrong. I mean, photographing birds, not shooting birds, so to speak, but I love photographing them, but with the big lens. But I have a special place in my heart for macro photography. And this came about many years ago when I got one of my first cameras, which was a Polaroid. My dad got me one of those Polaroids that shoot out the piece of film that's already the photo. And I was probably like 8 years old. And I was burning through that film because if you remember way back when, you probably even still now, you only get so many pieces of it. And I was constantly burning through that film, trying to get pictures of things that were close up. And you just can't really do it with that format. But I would try incessantly. So one of the first things I did when I got into art school was to make sure that I had a camera that had a lens that I could photograph things close up. And even still, it wasn't macro enough. So as I got older and I could afford better equipment, I was like, okay, I'm going to get a 100 millimeter macro lens and I'm going to start noticing everything around me. So I think I'm pretty good at it, right? Like I do. I think I'm pretty good at what I do with it. But then there are times when I shock myself with what I notice because I slow down and I gear down and I have to really think about it. Like I have to say to myself, it's time to gear down. And that's what I did the other day when I started photographing the water garden and getting really close up on things, just noticing every little piece of it. Then I started thinking to myself, okay, so I want to know how to film those things because guess what? When you go to film something like that, it's a very different world. And this is how the whole thing came about me learning filming and editing and all of this stuff, because I really want to be able to take my skills over to a video level as well as a photography level, but I know nothing about it. And let's face it, I run a full-time business. I'm a mom to a 16-year-old boy, and I mean, that I'm still responsible for. My daughter's out on her own, but yet I'm still doing things with her and her family. I mean, I am busy all the time. I've got a lot of clients, very grateful for that, would never say anything negative about that because there's nothing negative to say. I love every one of them. If you're a client and you're listening, please know you're loved and cared for in any way that I can. I think I demonstrate that all the time to all of you, but in any event, I have to try to find, like, quote unquote, find the time to put this in. So I'm discussing this with my coach and we talk about how I don't believe in, like, quote unquote, finding time. I slot the time. So I'm going to get up really early and I'm going to start learning this editing and I'm going to start doing certain things with it. Well, here's the issue. I'm very good at setting timers when I'm writing to learn things. I can go and I'll write for 30 minutes and I'll get up and walk away. But when I'm in the middle of learning visual things like editing or filming or trying to understand how to make something better from that aspect, boy, am I a little bit different. I find it excruciatingly hard to just stop and get up and walk away and switch gears. Now, I've known forever that I don't switch gears well when I'm in the middle of doing something. I just want to keep doing it, and then I have to have either a break with food or I have to have a break with sleep that kind of says, okay, now we're going to go do something else. Otherwise, my brain is all bought into whatever we're doing. But this is like so creative to me, and learning is so much fun to me, especially when it's stuff like this that I just get hunkered down. So the reason I'm telling you all of this is because I have to shift my approach right now in order to get it done. Otherwise, I have to pull like a series of all-nighters in order to learn it. Even at a basic level, I've got to break it up. So I recognize this, and I'm saying to myself, okay, this is such a good confession to make about how I'm going to be forcing myself to change my approach with this, and I'm going to be doing it in chunks. And we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how patient I can be. Finally have my energy back after being sick. I mean, 5.5 weeks of being off kilter and not having your full energy sucks. And I feel for people who go through that more often than I do. It's not fun, but I finally have it back. So we're going to be working on that. We're going to be working on some other filming and putting it all together. But learning, this is a big learning curve, and I'm changing my approach. So when you are in the need of doing something different, be open to changing your approach, my friends, because it can make all the difference. And dive into it. It's going to change you for the better. Okay, my friends, I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you all tomorrow.